This is a Headgum original.
3, 2, 1. Yeah.
Giving advice, struggling in life because you're older. Watching all of your old videos because you're over. Hair growing gray and being out of shape because you're older. Trying to regain success that you had in the past because you're over. And you say you're getting old, it's true. You're
You're
old.
old.
Jake and Amir, you're getting old. Hearing all the time that your videos were better because you're over.
They're canceling you.
Wake in the morning every time that you wake up because you're older. It's true.
He said it's true.
I realize you never want to choose the air bass.
Yeah,
It's the least fun thing to, yeah.
you can always add the.
I
the
did
lick
the,
of the yeah, that's good.
but that's all you can do. With
Yeah.
drums, you can do the fills, you can
Right.
hit the, yeah.
The air bass is also fun though because you can. It's so easy. You can kind of like pretend like you're talking to people in the audience.
You're not offended by that? You're just, that was a fun little song for
You're
you.
older than me. Yeah,
That was about both of us being older
I
than
feel
him.
like you're kind of like the old guy.
Yeah, but he's
I have a
talking
young
about
energy.
he's talking
I have a
shit
young
about
spirit.
me, and that should really offend you actually.
Oh,
Jeff
I don't
and I
think
are
about
Gen
age.
Z basically.
Yeah.
Gen Z.
But you're over a decade older than Jeff.
Yeah,
How
but
old are
Jake,
you?
he sort of has, well, I'm 24.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I feel like we have this energy that's like 24.
I was going to say energy. Yeah.
He was born during your bar mitzvah.
during it. Yeah. Are you sure?
Same date.
November 28th, 1997?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
You were doing your Torah portion. Yeah. And my mom was getting a C section.
Still
C
chanting in
portion.
Hebrew. That song was written by Lorne Mintz from Toronto. I've given you guys a bunch of theme songs in the past. My most recent one being the Louis Armstrong one. Wow, this guy's all over the place.
You know which one I liked was Mike of Gold.
Yeah, that was a good
Yeah,
one.
that was a good one.
So good.
Who is that? Neil Young?
Yeah. I mean, I also just love that song, but then, like, just the
Like, oh,
intonation.
gold. Yeah.
Nothing to plug really, but I'm hoping you can make a Game Grumps collab a reality, a video game YouTube channel.
Oh yeah. All right. Cool.
You know Aaron now, actually, from Game Grumps.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's wild. Yeah.
So?
I would actually love to meet him. He really
You've
helped
never
me
met him.
out. Yeah.
Do you know this story? I
No.
sort of introduced Jake to Aaron
Aaron,
from Game Grumps, this guy who's a pretty popular gamer, YouTuber kind of guy.
how did you know him?
I knew him through Ben.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we were playing Mario Kart together
Oh, that's,
back in old
yeah.
pandemic. Yeah.
I think I played one round where he was in the game, and it wasn't fun. Because he was
He's
so
really good.
Yeah. It's hard to be sort of casually gaming with real gamers.
Yeah.
Yeah. How is your gaming, by the way? I haven't asked.
do you mean?
Your Animal Kingdom farm. The Animal Farm?
Wait, is
Animal
it
Crossing. farm.
Animal Crossing?
Yeah. Your island,
I-
basically.
yeah.
How's that going, by the way? I forgot.
You
I
have
totally
asked.
haven't mentioned.
Yeah, no, you asked like a year
been
ago,
2
and I
years,
think
yeah.
and I said that I stopped playing, and I hadn't.
So now it's been like a year and a half
Yeah,
since you
year and a
even
half.
thought about it.
the pandemic, as it were, really lasted like 2.5 months for me.
That's really cool.
You know, like
So you had the Animal
that, like
Crossing.
2 years. When people say we've been in quarantine for 2, like there actually hasn't been a quarantine for 2 years.
That's cool.
You did that to you. you know?
Yeah. 'cause
So
it's
I
sort of a
stopped
state
playing
of
the video
mind.
games
Yeah.
in like June of 2020.
Same.
Yeah. No, you
No,
stayed
you
inside
still
for
did.
another 2 years.
Well, I
after
got
that.
into it.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
is fine, but own it.
Oh, my island is sort of thriving right now.
And is it?
No, all the characters are dead.
Right.
How much cash do you? Sorry, how many bells do you owe
9.
Nook? 9.
Yeah, I wonder how many defunct islands there are right now out in the world that
Yeah.
just were out there.
It's just a
beginning
ghost
in
city
March.
now.
The thing is, you are an island.
Mm.
You kind of stand alone. You're sort of. It's two opposite ends of a magnet anytime you talk to anyone.
That's
And
cool.
it's funny
And we're
because
like attracted to each other. Is that what you mean?
no, two
Polar
opposite
opposites.
ends.
I see.
Or sorry, two like ends. Yeah.
Okay, so the
it's-
kind that
you're
repel each
repulsive,
other.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. And,
And
then
I say this out of love so that you can kind of change
it
you.
doesn't sound
And a
like
mutual
love.
respect.
Yeah.
Respect between us
How's
that
that?
allows us to excuse us. That allows us to tell you when you're not living up to your full potential.
You're not going to
Okay.
find yes men in us. You're going to find nay men in us.
No women.
Actually, sometimes I worry that you are living up to your full potential and that this
So
is
that's
as good as it gets.
That's
Yeah.
when it starts sort of trending towards bordering on mean.
No, because it's reality, right? And if you don't acknowledge the reality, you can't change you, and we
Yeah.
want your growth. And if this is your peak, then that's fine. That's
Cool.
actually really bad.
Sad.
But at least
So wait,
you
is
know.
it fine or is it bad?
It's tragic.
There's nothing we can do about
Yeah.
it. It is what it is. I would say this about you.
It is what it is.
Yes,
that's not
that's really
that's not
good.
advice.
No, just kind of like
That's
throw your
like-
hands in the air.
Yeah, that's
You tried.
You're asking me to give
Welp.
up. What's
Welp.
that? What?
I would say Welp.
Yeah.
That's kind of your middle name should be Welp.
I don't think so.
Amir
Welp
Welp Blumenfeld. That's pretty good.
No way.
There's merchandising opportunities at the very least.
I am interested in monetizing my name. That's true, but I wouldn't change my middle name.
A
for
hat
it.
that says Yelp or Welp. But also a hat that says Yelp is pretty good.
Yelp merch. Do you work for them?
New
No,
name
I'm just a
alert,
huge
Yelp
Five
merch.
stars for the Yelp merch.
Yeah. I have an idea. It's kind of a business idea. It's Yelp merch. So a hat that says Yelp.
What about
and
like a
says
shirt
Yelp.
that's like too big and kind of like misshapen
Yeah.
and says, I wish I could give 1 star.
That's good. So sort of like merch when they first started out, and
Yeah.
now it's
Yeah.
a sort of
First
misshapen.
merch.
I would say on the topic of Gen Z, I would say Amir's giving 1 star.
How's that?
Yes.
Like, you know, it's giving share, it's giving.
See, I'm too old to even understand what that means. So you give share, that's a good thing.
Okay, so like you pull up in like an old Chevy pickup. Oh, it's giving, country
Yeah.
chic.
Right.
I
Yes,
see. Giving
yes.
is like the vibe that you're sort
Yeah.
of putting
Right,
off.
project-
And you're giving
One
poison.
Yeah.
1 star.
You're giving
1 star.
detritus.
Yeah.
What's that?
Like garbage, debris.
That's not Gen Z.
Things
That's
you
just
throw
a word,
away.
you know.
Yeah.
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 A discarded, sort of like a.
Discarded, yeah.
Yeah. We should say that we're back in the studio. So if you're listening to this episode, the reason that we're not sort of taking time for the other person to talk is because Geoffrey, Jake, and myself are all in the same room
Yeah.
for the first time in, God, I want to say months.
We've been in the same room probably weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. And when
Damn.
we were in Arizona.
Damn.
Shit, dude. And you can watch this. We're videotaping this whole damn thing.
Look at that.
So we're going to put it up on our YouTube channel as well. All right. This is If I Were You, the only advice pod on the web, hosted by me, Welp.
And me, Yelp.
And we're here with Jeff. First guest in a while. It's hard to do the guests remote.
Yeah. I don't find it fun to do the guest remote. You need that in-person energy for a guest.
Yeah. And you have to like sort of help that person set up his own little home studio. And
Yeah.
who has the time to do that?
Right. You and I are often recording at like 4 p.m. on a Sunday, so it's not an ideal guest time.
No. I mean, you do it for the Headgum podcast. It's like
Yeah.
it's trying to like, no, you actually have to wear headphones. Oh, actually, can you stand here? Oh, actually, you have to be well lit because of this, that, and the other. So you
Yeah.
have to like be a producer plus a host plus an engineer.
Yeah. It's not that hard.
Okay, that's cool. All right, we got few emails. I'm trying to think about which one would be ideal for Geoffrey to answer. How about this one?
Okay.
It's a 23-year-old from Boston.
Love that.
That's
I'm
awesome.
excited because I don't know when the last time I was on the show, but I feel like I'm another couple years wiser.
Really?
Like
Yeah.
Another couple vax Pfizer.
You wax
I'm
and you
older.
vax.
Yeah,
Older
he
and
wrote that
older.
down. He had it ready to go.
Spill a bunch of note cards.
You have a few jokes about Moderna also. 23-year-old from Boston. Let's call him Time Lord. A 23-year-old player on the Celtics, I think. I've been dating
His name
my
is
girl.
Time Lord?
Well, it's Robert Williams, but his nickname is Time Lord.
Oh, wait, that's their like center?
Yeah, it's their tall
Dude's
dude.
awesome. I love that guy.
Yeah, he's very big.
Is that the one that fought LeBron or no?
No, he looks like Isaiah Stewart, the guy
That's
that fought LeBron.
cool. Yeah, no, I like
His nickname is Beef Stew. Which
really
Is really
Time. Actually, I had Time Lord on my fantasy.
Robert
league.
Williams,
Yeah, I
the
told you I
third?
won, right?
No.
Oh yeah, I won my fantasy.
Wow.
And you had Time Lord on your kill list.
Yes, but that didn't end up panning out. And I was in the finals.
Got your ass kicked.
Did you win any money for that?
No. I think I'm supposed to, or maybe I'm supposed to get a trophy, or maybe I'm supposed to get dinner. I don't remember.
Dinner's obviously
I
the
think I'm
best
supposed to
answer.
get dinner
Yeah.
with him. Oh,
Time Lord's going to take me to dinner. That's what happens. in
I
our
keep
fantasy.
DMing him to no avail, to know his avail.
Mr. Lord.
If you DM'd Time Lord, do you think he would open it? Because you are verified. You have a single name.
Interesting. No, I don't think he would open it.
Really?
Otherwise,
You don't
I would
even
be
think-
DMing him
You
a lot
wouldn't.
more.
You wouldn't be on scene.
He would leave me on red,
Yeah.
and that would leave me with ennui.
I get ennui when I'm on Wii.
I'm playing my Nintendo Wii.
I just this brought up random memory recall, but remember I got you a cameo from Taco Fall
That's
at the
right.
beginning of the pandemic.
This was all just early pandemic shit. We didn't know what to do with ourselves. Taco
He was like
Fall.
wishing you well through the quarantine.
You told him
Telling
I
you to
was
hang in there.
intubated. All right. I've been dating my girlfriend for almost 3 years, and it's been perfect. I can see her being in my life for a long, long time.
But
This is where you're probably expecting a but. However, there's no issue in my relationship at all.
That's it.
Oh, no, sorry. Continues. I thought we were going to end the podcast forever right then and there. Shit, I'm locked out. This joke is, let's take a fucking break. God damn
drained
it.
my battery somehow.
It won't open again. The magnet is too strong. The purpose of my email lies outside of our relationship. The issue arose yesterday when my girlfriend's best friend, who she's known her whole life, requested to follow me on Instagram. I had been following her for a while, so I thought she'd already been following me, so I was surprised. And upon some digging, I realized this was a second account that she uses to advertise her premium Snapchat. So basically, my girlfriend's BFF wants me to pay a monthly rate to see her nudes and other explicit content. Think OnlyFans. What does this mean? Is she just following anyone and everyone who may want to pay for her service? I respect the hustle, but most of her following is comprised of straight males. Is there something inherently wrong with her reaching out to me, her BFF's BF, as a potential premium Snap member? Or is this just a test of my commitment to my girlfriend?
Oh my god.
It's neither, I think.
What the hey do I do?
I think this is the problem with society, where like this girl like threw him a follow, whatever, for any innocuous reason. Like she wants to follow, so like her follower count looks good, so more people subscribe. Maybe she wants them to subscribe. Who knows?
Yeah.
And then you internalize it so deeply that you feel like it's all some kind of crazy conspiracy around you.
That's right. Yes, a conspiracy.
Yeah.
A premium Snapchat. I didn't even know that existed.
This
Were
is
you
why,
aware?
like, when guys go to
Yeah.
a strip club, they'll sometimes be like, "Oh, I need to like marry this person, or I need to like take them away from the strip club." Like,
Yeah. No, they like the stripping.
yeah, they and this if you have like a premium like
Only
Snap thing,
yeah, premium
yeah,
Snapchat.
it's a numbers game.
That's
This is
a
not about you
business.
at all.
Yeah.
At all. She's trying to get as many subscribers as possible. It's not that she wants to fuck you. It's not a test. She's doing this to many people across Instagram.
That's the thing. I think look at how many people she's followed from that account. It's probably over 1,000. You're nothing
Yeah.
in that.
Yeah.
It's not a test.
Not a test.
She's not flirting with you. She's not flirting with anybody she followed. She's trying to get cash.
Yeah, but you are worked up because you want to see her naked,
Yeah.
which is what I think. There's a projection level.
Well, it
Yeah.
might
where
be
it's like,
he has to follow her to pass the test.
right.
Because then it's like I'm giving her cash and I'm still not even looking.
Also, if there's a test involved at all, there's a problem in your relationship. There's not no problem in the relationship.
So you're saying this is a sort of indicative of something that's wrong.
Yeah.
Premium
would-
Snapchat is weird because it's an app where kids message each other, and then Snapchat's like also there's an OnlyFans part of it. And we're like, whoa, what the hell?
If you don't want people sending in theme songs yelling about how you're getting old, don't say it's an app where kids message
It
each
is.
other.
It is. I see my niece on it, fucking firing off snaps And then they're adding like, oh, by the way, you can pay me to send you Snapchats.
I
Feels
think
kind
It's
of
weird that it all
OnlyFans-
happens on the same platform. It's
Yeah.
like kids posting photos of like their shoes in vacation, and then also people with like butt plugs,
right
selling it.
How do they justify premium Snapchat? It's like, yeah, charge your friends to
Right.
get a fucking Snapchat from
Yeah,
you.
it's like if they were also telling teenagers to join OnlyFans to chat with their pals.
Actually, I might do this. This is
No way.
it's because it's not just porn.
Yeah. Well,
I can also just sort
you're
of.
excited by the app functionality where you can send a photo for a couple seconds?
This is really cool.
You can do that on any app now, by the way.
Really?
Yeah, the disappearing photo thing.
Premium Snapchat doesn't exist, and it was discontinued in 2018. It says.
Really?
I wonder
Seems impossible.
how could that be?
Right.
Because now they owe me. I'm owed a bill.
This
and-
is a non-issue.
Mm-hmm.
I think ignore it and it's nothing.
Yes.
She's just trying to promote her small business.
Yes.
I actually want to bring up something somewhat related to this
Oh.
that happened to me last weekend.
Okay.
I dated somebody
Mm-hmm.
for a while, ended amicably.
Yeah.
Her best friend was on a trip to a cabin with like a bunch of our other friends. And late at night, where I know that I'd seen they'd been drinking on like Instagram stories and stuff. She likes like 3 of my photos from like 2020, 2021.
Mm.
That feels like a little bit of a betrayal.
Because
that's a
Betrayal. How serious was the relationship that of the friend that you dated?
It was kind of serious.
So now you're like, do I have to tell my ex?
No,
that her
I'm not going to say
ex-friend-
anything. And hopefully they don't listen to this, but
Yeah, that's a small flirtation.
it's a small
small
flirtation. Yeah.
flirtation.
It's the
That
old
if
Facebook
you-
poke.
It's shooting your shot a little bit.
Right. It's inviting something bad to happen.
Yeah.
I don't think that what she did is necessarily the bad thing.
Yeah.
But it's basically like you can flirt with me if you want to, and
Yeah.
that would make my friend upset.
Yeah.
She's doing the bare minimum that won't get her in trouble.
Yeah.
Right.
While
So I like
still-
3 of his photos. I was liking a lot of photos that night.
Yeah.
From 2021. Yeah.
That's actually interesting. The bare minimum. It's like getting the worst fridge. Casey got it.
Oh, Bayer is a fridge company?
Yeah.
Got it. Let's take a break on that. So you have to sort of think about what you said. Because I really don't think it's a fridge company.
I thought it was like a medicine.
Yeah, Bayer.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Yeah. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, we'll go to a break.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll go to a break
yeah.
for sure.
All right.
Maybe I'll edit this episode.
It's just that joke and nothing else.
Just splicing us laughing from some other time.
This kid breaks the internet by making a fridge joke. Thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this episode of our program.
Amazing.
I mean, what better way is there to build a website?
There's not.
It makes you look smart because it's like you don't have to actually program, but you
Yeah.
still have a website. And
Yeah,
it
it
also
looks
makes you look
good.
artistic because
Yeah.
it's like you
You
got
look
the
like a
design
designer,
skills,
yeah.
but it's like
Exactly
simple
right.
drag and drop technology.
Precisely.
And it's also kind of cool because you can even purchase a domain name, a .com, if available through Squarespace.
Yep.
But there are not a lot of .coms available, so here we are coming to your rescue. If you want to
you
purchase,
want them,
drum roll,
yes.
please.
Frigginfreak.com.
Yeah.
Friggin' Freak. That's FRIGGINFEFR. I should say FREAK.
you don't have to spell it 'cause no one's gonna get this one.
It's not freaking freak. It's friggin' freak.
When I say, do you have a domain name ready? And you're like, yeah, I got one. If
did.
you ever need a few extra minutes to find a pretty solid one or to beat the one that you currently
Why
have.
would I
the
need to
lead
beat
in the-
friggin' freak?
What would that one be?
Because it's the
used for?
friggin' best.
Yeah.
Friggin' freak. What are you doing? If you want to put a photo of someone you know that's a friggin' freak on there,
Yeah.
I put a photo of your ass on that thing.
That's funny.
And people would go and they'd be like, oh, this guy's is the friggin' freak of the day.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So it's the friggin' freak or
No,
just
it's just
friggin'?
friggin' freak.
Yeah, mine's pretty interesting too. It's thewavynavy.com.
How dare you make fun of friggin' freak and you have the
Wavy
wavy
Navy.
It's the, not wavy navy. It's
Wavy
the.
Navy, of course, is not available.
Yeah.
Of course.
You have the wavy navy.
Wavy Navy. Should it be a cool band or ride or something you're sort of squatting on?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or if you're starting a band, you can buy thewavynavy.com and call
right.
yourself Wavy Navy.
If your name is Davey and you're in the wavy navy,
Wow.
that's actually kind of tight.
Davy and the Wavy Navy. You guys sell like Navy gravy at your shows, so it's
Yeah.
like a dark blue gravy.
Like,
yeah. So if you want to buy those domains or maybe purchase one of your own, the best way to do it is to go to squarespace.com/ifIwereYou. And when you're ready to pull the trigger to buy your website, you can save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain by using that coupon code IfIwereYou.
Right.
Again, that's squarespace.com. You get that free trial, and when you're ready to launch, just go to squarespace.com/ifIwereYou to save an additional 10%.
Cowabunga.
Squarespace. Check them out, gang.
Yeah.
Thank you to Stamps.com for sponsoring this episode of our show.
That's right.
God, it's hard to keep an e-commerce business running smoothly.
Yeah, I should know. I have several.
You do have several e-commerce businesses.
Yeah.
So are you using Stamps.com to help with your shipping?
Yes, I am. I have the scale. I have the printer, and I print the postage, at home and mail the packages out.
Wow. Stamps.com gets you incredibly discounted prices on shipping, like 40% off USPS rates, 76% off UPS. And it automatically connects to your store, bringing together all the shipping info from Amazon, Etsy, Shopify, eBay, and more.
Everything.
So simplify everything and reduce the amount of times you're going to the post office, because that's probably not necessary anymore.
That's right. Yeah, because the post office will pick up the packages. You don't have to leave your house.
So stop worrying about shipping and start saving time and money today with Stamps.com. There's no risk. And with our promo code IfIwereYou, you get a special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus free postage. Wow. And a digital shipping scale.
Okay.
No long-term commitments or contracts.
Yes.
Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in If I Were You, the name of the show.
Right.
That's Stamps.com, promo code If I Were You, easy e-commerce shipping for less.
There you are.
Thanks, Stamps.com.
Thank you.
And we have returned.
Yeah.
Jeff, do you have any? Mom, I'm coming!
Whimsy.
Sorry, it was still...
Whimsy.
Wait for it.
What about it?
Yeah. Okay, what's the... what is it?
Whimsy?
You have to inject whimsy into your life, into your spaces, into your wife, into your places.
And into her faces.
What is whimsy? What's like peak whimsy? Just so we can start there and then sort of back into what I can possibly
Buying
do.
a silly hat before
Yes.
vacation?
Yes.
Okay. Is that
Yeah.
whimsy?
Buying an Aussie Outback hat before vacation.
Yes, I see.
Filling your room with, I'm sorry to say, Casey, but vintage candelabras.
Why? That's
Filling
Florida.
it.
What if you treat every day like the power's out?
That's cute.
Obviously, I guess that's it.
Oh, how about
Your house is on fire, by the way.
two things? Two whimsical things.
I also got
a
candle.
I got a silk robe.
Okay.
I got a silk robe to make pour over coffee in the morning.
And have you
Serve
been
it to a
doing that?
lover. What's that?
Have you been doing that?
Well, not yet.
I see. But is it on its way?
I have a Chemex on the way.
What's Chemex?
It's a pour over thing.
I'm enjoying the advice. Like, we're just.
You're giving
I
me
feel like
everything.
You're mad.
Too much, I think.
And your tip is to just sort of be happy, and you're not even doing that while
No,
you
it's
explain
more
it.
than that. It's a step beyond that. It's what if we drove to the beach at, let's say, 1:30 in the morning.
That's what I'm saying.
More
Yeah.
spontaneity.
Spontaneity,
Whimsy.
Yeah.
vintage objects, found joy.
Yes.
Found
Glee.
oyster.
Do you even know how to fucking find Glee?
We Slurpee in. No, I think it's beyond joy because everybody has joy to some degree. But it's like, how do you actually proactively inject that into your life? We're going surfing tomorrow at
Right.
6:15.
I love it.
Is that whimsy?
That's maybe not whimsy, but
Spontaneity.
It's spontaneity.
It's a should we with like a
Yeah.
positive, a little bit crazy thing that's a little bit out of the box. Should we do this?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. let's
Should
do
we
that.
stay up all night and do this thing? Well, we have a lot to do tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it anyway.
Should we leave this restaurant and get dessert somewhere else?
Exactly
That's
right.
fun. That's a little
Jake got it
whimsy.
almost immediately because you
Yeah.
already have some whimsy
Yeah,
in your life.
I think I
I've
did.
never done any of this stuff. The candelabras, the robes. I will never get dessert at a separate restaurant. It doesn't actually make sense to me.
And that's why your house is a box.
Yeah.
But that
It's a
box
flat
is
ranch with no decor of any interest. Navy shirt, charcoal shorts. Jake's shirt is something interesting that he enjoys.
It's a beer that I like. You Your house was staged when you bought it, and you said, I want to do that all over again.
loved it.
You
the
leased a
staging.
Mazda, and when it was up, you got another Mazda.
Mazda.
Yeah, because it's convenient.
Zoom, you
Whimsy
say.
precludes convenience.
So what? I'm gonna fucking rent a DeLorean for the week?
That's whimsical.
I would
Go on
never.
Turo. Go on Turo. Rent a car for a week.
I would never. That seems like a waste of
Bring the
why
mustache back,
everything.
man.
Yeah.
That's debatably
Change
possible.
something up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your status quo, I think that's status no.
So
If
more like
Avital is not pegging you in your ash
no
this
way.
weekend,
There's no. You went
That's
from
the
me
other-
wearing a fun shirt to
To
just
her
some
wearing
sort
a
of
strap-on.
ass play.
100%.
Yeah.
You don't want to try anything new sexually?
I don't want to try anything new. Period.
if
I
you're
said I
not
wouldn't even get.
experimenting with your prostate, then you are a prostrate.
I said I didn't even want to get cake from a different restaurant. I definitely don't want to go that far.
You don't want to get cake from a restaurant, then yeah, of course you don't want your cake being played with.
Yeah.
I'll do
you
the
don't want to
fucking-
sit in a cake and then have Avital like lick
No,
it off your
I'll do
ass?
the hat one.
I want you to go on a road trip and wear a fucking diaper.
That's fun.
I'll wear a fucking hat. I don't want to wear a diaper. I
No,
don't
because
want
that
to
way you don't
get
have to
pegged.
pull off.
Yeah.
What?
That's why you don't have to pull off.
Or pull out.
You are wearing a diaper. Is that what that's about? Whimsy?
Yes, it's for audio.
No bathroom breaks.
None needed.
You don't get it. That's fine.
I see what you're saying.
No, yeah. Found object. Go to the Rose Bowl flea. That's a good fucking start.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, some of the stuff just feels like stuff that you happen to be doing. You're sort of backing into the fact that it's whimsical. Like, oh, I'm playing tennis tomorrow. But for you, surfing is the whimsy, but the tennis thing is sort of boring.
That's
right?
a little rote because you've been
Yeah.
playing it every single week
Well,
for 2
You've been
years.
surfing. You've
I started
been
surfing a month and a half ago.
So
Jake
it's
is finding
still
new hobbies.
whimsical?
New hobbies.
Tennis is
At the ripe
fairly
young age
new.
of 24, I'm finding new hobbies. And I think that's pretty damn neat.
Jeff's
you're-
24.
We're 24-ish. The two of us.
You're obviously 37? Going on 38?
I'm 36. I'm 36.
By
The
time
joke
this
is
episode-
over. The joke is over because you said I was 37 going on 38.
I want you to go out after this and find a scent.
I have to record another podcast.
After that,
What, oh, to get a cologne?
a signature scent.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about funfetti, but it's a cupcake and you shove it up your ass?
I
That's
don't want to
really
shove
good.
anything in my ass.
Cake in your cake.
Cake in your
Oh,
cake.
You're combining two things now. It's the dessert
And
thing
you'll
and
have
the
a hat.
ass thing.
Let's do a candelabra in you.
Right, no, nothing in me.
Let's light your house by candlelight and let's light a fire under your own ash with your relationship with Avital.
You're getting a lot of mileage out of her last name.
Dating someone for 20 years is pretty civilian.
Yeah.
A civilian.
Yeah.
It seems rare to me.
Did you get that reference? It's a Father John Misty lyric. Let's help somebody out.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I wanted to look up was the refrigerator thing.
Bear?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I thought it was like a vitamin.
Yeah. What about Bear Stearns? So you're sort of
What is that?
making cash by being tough on your fridge.
So a complete pivot from the whimsy thing. There's HVAC. Oh, BEIJER.
Yeah, that's it. Is that a sink
BEI
company?
Beer?
Bayer.
Bear.
Beer?
This is good for audio.
This is great for business / jokes. Bayer. Cooling. Hold on, I'm gonna buy coolant. How coolant is that?
How whimsical is that?
Okay, next question. This is another sort of jealousy-based one, so let's keep it on that train. Big fan of the show.
Thank you.
I live in London, and I met my girlfriend through Tinder 2 years ago while here in London. She studies in America, but was visiting family. So we were long distance for a while, but because of the pandemic, spent a lot of time together in London, living together for the better part of a year and a half. She went back to America recently and started getting back into the college lifestyle. She has a flat share with 5 other people, and one of those people is someone she hooked up with while we were long distance earlier on during our open relationship phase. We have since closed our relationship and decided to be monogamous. Doesn't sound very whimsical to me, right? The dude she hooked up with right now is next to her. They share a bathroom together. And 4 days into living together, she confessed to me that she was really flirty. And he was really flirty and she was kind of into it. And she didn't do anything about it. And started to freak out when she realized she was starting to flirt back and actually found him attractive. She knows I hate this dude, but I appreciate her telling me about it as soon as possible, as soon as she realized she was feeling this way. We had a long chat, and we said we still love each other, and she didn't do anything wrong, but just had feelings she couldn't control. So now I'm emailing you guys a little drunk. I'm pissed. I don't know how to feel. Yeah. It's been 4 days and she's already into the dude. There's a whole fucking year left of this. I appreciate her telling me, but what do I do now with this information? I'm incredibly uncomfortable. Thanks in advance for your answer. Kind regards. I don't know. What's a British guy's name?
Hugh. Yeah.
Hugh. Okay. Is this lady too honest? Like, do you want to know if a girl finds somebody else attractive every time she does?
I wouldn't care if it was... There's other things that are stacking on here. I think if I found out that like Jill thought someone was attractive, I wouldn't be upset. But
if she was living with him and not you for a year.
Yeah, if she was living with him and they were flirting and she said she was into it, I would be. I think I don't usually have a lot of patience for
this conversation. Actually,
for jealous people, I think that being jealous is just a bad trait.
Yeah,
but you can't control it.
That said, I think this situation sounds super fucking toxic, and I think
so. It's
they
not
should
jealous,
break up. I think it's a rare instance when I feel jealousy is a bit warranted.
Interesting, yeah.
In this one, I think it's actually pretty warranted.
But it's still jealousy, whether it's warranted or not, right?
Yeah, but I think unfounded jealousy is something that you have to deal with, and righteous jealousy is something that the other person has to address.
I feel like they are addressing it though. Like I think, and what I was gonna say was like it maybe there's flirtatiousness because it's been 4 days, so they sort of feel like, oh, new house, like new environment.
Mm-hmm. They've already fucked, so like they kind of can maybe look back on those memories and get a little excited, Yeah. Especially because they're long distance and she's not having sex because they're monogamous. But I think I feel like when you live with someone, it wears off pretty fast
or heats up pretty fast.
Yeah.
Like, I think she's gonna fuck this guy.
I also think the honesty is because they were in an open relationship, though, where like maybe if they're like polyamorous by nature,
they probably have open lines of communication like that don't exist in a monogamous relationship.
Or maybe they did hook up and it feels like confessing to flirting and being into it is like a half confession, so you don't feel quite as guilty. Look, I think this needs to end.
Oh my God.
I think it's bad.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
Thanks for the intel, and with that information, I'm going to just call it now. That way you can have sex with this guy, and you clearly want to, and he clearly wants to, and I won't get upset because you guys can do that because we're broken up.
I just don't think you can... I don't think you can reverse the train at this point.
You can't put the toothpaste back in the train. The tube.
Yeah. The train tube.
The train tube. Because it's
London. The tube. Yeah, exactly.
The
tube.
Nice.
The tube. What? You can't put the toothpaste back in the
That's
tube.
Milk. that's a carton of half and half.
Box of milk is better.
That's all milk.
No, sometimes it'll come in a jar.
You meant a jug.
Whatever. I'm being whimsical, man.
I'm a little drunk and I'm pissed.
Yeah, this guy's drunk and pissed and incredibly uncomfortable.
It's also funny to like have a conversation and be like, "Oh yeah, I forgive you. We love each other. I'm gonna be cool." And then like your true feelings are that you're upset and rightfully.
We were talking about chess the other month. This is some sort of emotional checkmate. She's like, I'm being honest with you. Can't get mad at that. I'm not hooking up with them. Can't get mad at that. Yeah. Just know that we're flirting a lot, live together for a year, and you're not here to stop it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she shouldn't have told him, but also like it probably eased her conscience, and now she thinks it's fine.
Exactly. She's completely
which I think is a
guilt-free
little
right now.
selfish in a way.
Yeah.
It's like I told the truth. I am absolved. I feel better. But now this guy kind of has to deal with those feelings.
Well, the only way for him to win is for him to cheat on her as much as possible while preventing her from actually hooking up with this guy by saying he's being monogamous. That way he's sort of... that's like flipping over the chessboard. He's no longer playing the
that's
game.
why I said this was a toxic situation, because that's what will happen. I used to do that too. It's quite destructive behavior.
I think this only works if they are so mature
Yeah.
and wise, and probably have a little whimsy. And
Ideally, he'd be wearing a robe, but I'll take what I can get.
I think it's not necessarily toxic. I don't think it has to be, but I think it's a 90% chance it ends in heartbreak.
Yeah.
For all three. I think the roommate is actually at the most risk of being crushed.
the roommate, the hot guy that's not in a relationship at all and just gets to flirt with this girl that he used to
Right.
hook
That
up
doesn't do any of like the hard stuff about being in a long distance relationship and just gets to kind of be the other end of the spectrum. Like, oh, couldn't things be better if we just were together and we live together and we share a bathroom? But what you can do, and what I would insist that your girlfriend does do is do because the bathroom is shared. She goes and
He
fucking
keeps shipping her coffee beans.
just rips up the bathroom, clogs the toilet, stinks up the joint. That's gonna kill any romance in the air.
That's
I think.
that's my advice. Send her a gold belly delivery.
yeah.
Good. Lasagna and a cold brew.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And
she
tell
has
her-
to eat it.
Yeah, and say
You have to eat it without silverware.
Don't flush the toilet for a week.
If it's brown, don't flush it down.
Exactly.
It's just good for the environment.
Yes,
If
we
it's
need to
bright
nip this in
yellow.
the bud, hun.
That's
But
good.
Nip this in the cake.
You've been like the guy who's in London. You've also been like the guy who's the flirting guy. You've been the girl. What's
Yeah.
like the best if you were to rank those people in this like situation, this throuple that they're in, is being the guy who's not in a relationship. That's number one. That's where he's like feeling the less stress and anxiety, right?
Yeah, that's probably the absolute lowest amount of stress. Maybe the tiniest bit of pressure that you're like, I don't want this person to
Break
like
up for me.
break up, and then like I'll let them down. But that's I lived in that area for a long time.
Yeah.
Great place to be.
And then second is the girl who's sort of
Yeah.
like, I got the guy, I
Yeah,
got this.
She
guy.
holds all the power.
Right. You're in exactly. You're in a tough place, but you do have the control.
That's cool to have control. And then in dead last, I would put the guy who's in London, sort of getting updates on the phone about how much they're
Who
flirting,
is just
how eager
anxious
she
all
is.
day, all night. Only feels good when he's talking to his girlfriend because that's the one time that he knows she can't be fucking the guy.
And even then,
So-
you can't quite tell unless it's a FaceTime.
So then you do a text, don't like no response. Great, you are getting eaten out by this roommate.
there's no other explanation.
There's no other explanation.
Even if she's responding actively, who's to say he's not
That
going
they're still not
down
doing
on it?
oral.
Yeah,
they could still be doing
exactly.
oral at that point.
Especially if it's sent with Siri. Yeah, if she's using
exactly.
voice memos, you can sort of
Exactly.
hear it in her voice.
Yeah.
I feel like with jealousy in general, just to give other people a little piece of advice, it's like if you're gonna date somebody, I think the way out of feeling jealous is just like, I don't know, if they're gonna hurt you, they're gonna hurt you anyways. Like, so nothing that you say.
Well, that's not true.
You're sort of stuck.
I don't know. I think like if they're gonna do that, it's
you looking at your phone.
No, it kept going on.
Amber Alert.
I'm sending it out. I feel like, if you're gonna get cheated on, you're gonna get cheated on anyways, and it has nothing to do with you.
Yeah, I think maybe the best way to get cheated on is to
Exactly.
project, like to push someone away,
Exactly.
and basically drive them to do what you think they're gonna do anyway.
If this woman cheats on this guy, it's only because she's made a shitty decision
Yeah.
to hurt him.
it has nothing to do with him.
Definitely, I think the idea of surrendering control because
Yeah,
you don't have any
exactly.
at this point, it will at least make you feel a little bit better. But again, I think they're gonna fuck, and I think that you should nip this in the bud.
What if he does the Homer Simpson back into the open relationship?
That's
bushes?
also good.
So he sort of fades. Like, let's just open it up again. Clearly,
Yeah,
then
if your
it's, like,
communication
less-
is that good, and you could just be like, I don't want to deal with this. Let's have an open relationship. Don't tell me about anything
Yeah.
that happens with that guy, whether you hook up with him or not. If you can actually live like that and be happy, then great.
But if
I
you
don't
open
think
it
I
up, they're
could.
going to fuck. So
Yeah.
you don't even have to be like she might as well tell him because
Right.
he already knows.
Well, you don't have to tell me yet, but I would like to see it.
Did he
If
say
that
how
makes
old he
sense.
was?
He's 91 and she's 15. It's a reverse Harold and Maude
He's
situation.
87. She's 24-ish.
She's 24 and a half. All
Because
right.
I also think they should just break up in general. Because like London to wherever in the States, why?
Yeah. This guy's in the States?
She's in the States. He's in London.
Oh, I see. Yeah, definitely.
Why?
Yeah.
Nothing like a relationship with an 11-hour time difference.
Yeah.
So you're just sort of never on the same wavelength / page.
Yeah, because you also, if you don't have to do open relationship, you could just be like, I care about you, I love you,
but we're long distance. Why don't we just break up? And then if we're in the same place later and in a place to date, let's date.
Yeah, I got news for you too. If she's in the States and you're in London, it's an open relationship.
Well, not necessarily.
Give adult
if there
braces.
is
Whether
us.
you want it.
Whoa, Invisalign's
I
coming
got something to tell you, by the way.
Rubber band. It's a pretty open relationship. All right.
How do you now have a headgear? I didn't notice that.
Every time I blink, you have more dental work.
Orthodontist. You have a fucking expander. It's so bizarre.
Also, I just noticed the chain. I think this guy should just get a chain.
Really?
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if he injects whimsy, you're not gonna be thinking about this.
Yes, he will if he's in a hat.
I've been thinking about doing more jewelry.
Why?
Yeah.
Pinky ring.
Pinky ring.
Might do a bracelet.
Oh, sure.
Would you get another tattoo?
I do need to get another tattoo.
Yeah. Oh, for your family.
Yeah, the family tattoo.
I did see you tweet, would I be happier if I got another tattoo?
Yeah.
Do you think that would be the case? Because you're doing the whimsy thing, and shouldn't that be enough?
But you could get a whimsical tattoo.
Of a Bayer fridge on my ass.
Does Grayson edit these or Grim?
Grim, yeah.
Grim, when you're editing this, can you punch in at the moment that Amir just looked at me after that question? Because what a prick you are.
It's a camera angle that doesn't exist from this. How did you have that?
It's like those NBA replays where they can kind of go 360.
Yeah, we should put cameras all over this place so you can just like walk around it in a VR setting. All right, let's take another break, come back, and answer some more
2
questions.
ad breaks.
2 ad
Congratulations.
breaks.
Yeah,
thank
two.
you. Thank
Gosh.
you. Thank you to Ren for sponsoring this episode of our show.
Good company.
Yeah, Ren is a website that allows you to calculate your carbon footprint, then offset it by funding projects that plant trees, protect rainforests, and more.
That's correct.
So I guess that makes you feel a little better that you're helping combat this devastating thing, which is climate change.
Yeah.
If you read anything about it, the more people offset their carbon footprint, the more we're sort of delaying what is hopefully not inevitable.
It could be.
Yeah, but let's sort of push that down the road as much as possible.
Definitely. Kick the can a little bit.
And signing up with Ren is an easy way to start doing something about the climate crisis. You start by answering a few questions about your lifestyle on the website. Then you can find out about your carbon footprint and what you can do to reduce it.
Yes.
And then once you sign up to make a monthly contribution to offset your carbon footprint, you get monthly updates from the tree planting, the rainforest protection, and the carbon removal projects that you support.
Right. You can opt in to specific projects that speak to you.
Yeah, much like a mattress company, this one also helps you sleep better at night.
I love that.
And it will take a lot to end climate crisis, and you can start by helping today. Learn more at ren.co. If you sign up and tell Ren we sent you, Ren will plant 10 extra trees in your name.
All right.
That's 10 extra trees.
So do it just for that.
Who says no to that? Yeah. Thank you, Ren.co. Thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this episode of our show.
Thank you, BetterHelp.
It's easy to feel burnt out, stressed out, anxietied out in this day and age.
It's hard not to, honestly.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And what helps is therapy, talking to somebody.
Fair enough.
I talk to you, you talk to me, but it would probably help us. It would behoove us to talk to a professionally licensed therapist.
I agree.
And BetterHelp is the best way to do it because it's customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist. So you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to.
Yeah, that's convenient.
And you don't have to be in the same room with anyone.
That's
if you don't want to.
customizable. Very nice.
It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours.
Not bad.
Yeah. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/ifIwereYou.
Okay.
That's betterhelp.com/ifIwereYou. Therapy is very helpful, and BetterHelp is probably the best way to do it safely, securely, and affordably. So check them out. BetterHelp, HELP.com/ifIwereYou.
That's right.
And we have returned a question about theater in college.
Theater.
Yes, theater. So I figured, Jeff, you do theater stuff or have done it before.
Sure.
Maybe you can help us out. I'm a theater major, and she is one too. Normally, all fine, no problemo. The catch is that we're currently in a show together, and she is the opposite lead in the show to me. There's a mighty sticky situation because if we play out the idea that I tell her how I feel, and I'm very incorrect, then we have an awkward deal with each other in the show for an additional month, and that makes me feel like a massive asshole. The solution is clear, right? Wait until the show is done? Of fucking course you'd say that, because we haven't even gotten to the stickiest blotch of the problem yet. at the end of the semester, it seems pretty likely that she's going to Florida for a semester, and I'd like to start kissing her face ASAP, and I wouldn't mind being in a long distance for a bit, especially because I can visit her on spring break. I also will be graduating next semester, and where I'll be staying in the college area for another year after graduation to save for grad school, I'd be missing out on some pretty precious bone time, if you know what I mean. So my question is, do I bite the bullet and risk the awkwardness for a month, or do I wait a little longer and potentially lose the time of it all? The longer I wait, the more I worry that she'd see less of a reason to date my hot ass because she's going away for a semester. Thank you, Conrad Birdie. How's that? They're in Bye Bye Fucking Birdie, and this is happening.
Oh my God. She doesn't like you, right?
Oh, okay. I guess he didn't really consider that
How did he introduce
option.
their relationship?
Long-time listener, first-time writer. Now on to the question. I'm pretty into this girl at my college, and I think she's into me.
I would like receipts for why he thinks she's into him.
Yeah, it's tough with the co-acting thing because
Yeah.
you're pretending, but then sometimes it sort of convinces your mind that
does
it works.
happen. Like many
Yeah.
actors will get together. So I think there is a reasonable expectation that they might like each other.
Yeah.
It might be mutual. I don't think that the alternative is that bad. You
Which
do
is
it at the end
waiting.
of the play. She's going away, but you just said yourself you could visit her during spring break.
Yeah.
And you're down to be in a long distance relationship.
I
A
think
month isn't that long
relationship's
of a
not on
time.
the table though, because he's talking about a 4-week period. I think after the play ends, and then she's gone for 4 months, where he'd get to visit her for 5 days. So just hook up, like that's also fine.
Yeah, but you're also not considering. Well, I guess he said it would be awkward for both of them, right? Like it'll be awkward for her. It'll be very awkward for you if it doesn't go well.
Yeah.
If he goes for it and she says no thank you, then it's time to do the play.
Yeah. The only thing. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I think that'd be bad. Don't do that to her.
Yeah, it could ruin the play.
Because if she doesn't like you, she's just in a play, and then you do that, and then suddenly she's in a really tough spot.
Do you have an
Don't ruin the
understudy?
integrity
If he has
of
an
the play,
understudy,
yeah.
then it does. Confess.
She decides.
Confess. If it doesn't go well, you sprain your ankle
That's good.
That's
over the
good.
weekend.
And then he can't be Danny Zuko.
Yeah.
Because he sort of has a bruised ego / shin splints.
So now you have to be Kaneki sitting in the back of Grease Lightning.
Tell me more. Tell me more. Why didn't you want to hook up with me? It doesn't make
Seriously.
sense.
Take
You're
center stage.
Sandy. Sorry, turn on the lights.
Whoa.
I hate to break the fourth wall here, but Sandy over here is actually not that interested in me. Hey!
We go together.
She makes you.
I'm a huge fan of like waiting for when the time is right and just do your thing in the meantime. Hook up with other people that you don't care about, and that's fine in the 4 weeks. So you're still getting laid, and then once the play's over, tell the person you really like how you feel.
Yeah. You could also, it's not like now or never, now or at the end of the play. What
Yeah.
about in 3 weeks? And when you're a little more
Yeah.
sure,
Yeah.
like,
So the play's about to come on, and then you go for it.
or just, I mean,
Right before the curtain.
Curtains, everyone. I really think we should go steady.
if you, she might be having these same thoughts. I feel like give it a few days, give yourself a deadline or something where you want to decide. I think you
Yeah.
need to collect more information. I guess that's what I think.
Yeah.
Or we need to collect more information.
No, I think he
might
needs more
have it.
data. He is like, I think she likes me, but she's going to go away soon. Why don't you just like flirt with her for a week?
Bring her a mango.
Yeah. Bring her a mango.
Sorry, you said yes so quickly to that. Why did you agree to that?
It's like a TikTok meme.
And what did you mean by that? The bring her a mango thing?
Oh, somebody brought me a mango once, and I was like, oh, they want to fuck me.
Because they brought you a fruit?
Yeah.
Jill brought me a clementine at work.
Really?
Yeah.
So that's what it is.
College
It's
Bring
a
him a
fruit
citrus.
building.
Yeah, bring
I'm
them
sorry to
something,
say.
a type of citrus.
Somebody left a rotten plum on my doorstep the other day.
That was Ash.
That was her.
Yeah, that
Because
was
I
Ash.
took a bite out of it and I started tripping balls. I couldn't believe it. It was rotten.
She wants to break up with you
because of the rotten plum. Yeah, I tried to sort of turn the other cheek, look the other way.
I feel like there's always rotting food on your front stoop. What
yeah,
the
because
hell's wrong
you
with
order it for me.
Yes.
You order for me. You don't tell me that it's there and it stays there for a weekend.
To eat.
See, when
Were
I
you
get
gone
back.
for that weekend?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
What was it? DJ Khaled's Another Wing.
I would have eaten it. It looked good had I gotten there within 71 hours.
But instead of 72.
So many ants on the bag.
I am sorry about that. I didn't know you were out of town.
Yeah. I still wouldn't have known that it came because it was sort of contactless drop off.
Right.
Yeah.
Can we do one last one that's drippingly sexual?
That one is pretty sexual, but let's
Not
see.
really. He's talking about the lack of sex.
Yeah, that's true. That one's sort of a bad roommate, so can't really do that. This one was just sort of
Search
fan
kink.
mail. Oh, here
Yeah.
we go.
Oh, there we go.
Unintentionally edged.
Oh, that's good.
There you go.
My name is blank,
Nice.
and I need help. It's a lady. I think Jake will be especially helpful for this dilemma.
What?
It's all right.
You're a cuckold. You're obviously a cuckold.
You're a cuckold.
You're not open.
So I, 21F, I guess that's her body temperature or something like that, and my boyfriend, 21M, have been officially together for 3 months. We met about 6 months ago and have been doing the deed for 6 months, minus 2 weeks. Anyway, he's been very sweet and communicative in bed, which I very much appreciate. He always asks before/during if I'm comfortable/ feeling good. Everything always starts great, and his foreplay game is 10 out of 10 and every time, and the actual sex is perfect. Great.
No
Closing my
notes.
laptop again. But then once he seizes the cheese and jizz whizzes or whatever, I am left blue-balled. Now, this isn't every
The
time.
sex is bad.
This isn't every time. He's definitely shivered my timbers more than more than a few times, but probably 3/4 of the times we ride the bone coaster, he's the only one that makes it to O-Town. I don't even think he really knows, because one time we were playing a drinking game and he had to answer the question, when was the last time she had a big lady O? His answer was this morning, and we did fuck that morning, but I didn't actually get to a clam cramp.
Jesus Christ.
This is what you wanted, overtly sexual, right?
Exactly what you
Fucking
wanted.
pervert.
It's the simplest question ever.
And I have stated to him that I can't finish from just penetration a few times, so I'm not sure when he thinks I've been having a genital sneeze this entire
Genital
time.
sneeze.
Jesus Christ.
But I truly think he has no idea
You
what's
wrote
a good
this half on Urban Dictionary.
what's a good way to bring this up without being awkward. I don't want him to be embarrassed or feel bad, because I love him and I don't want him to think he's bad in bed. It would be an honor if you could help me out with this one. Anyway, you guys are the bee's big toes, or whatever they say. And should you do another live show in Syracuse, me and my friend
Syria.
Gene will come see you. Cheers.
All right. From blank.
From blank. So she wants to basically tell her boyfriend, actually, I've only been
She wants her clam
coming
to sneeze more.
25% of the time. Yeah. Roughly. Roughly.
Yeah.
She doesn't come. Oh, gesundheit, by the way.
How do you tell someone that? Because his ego would be bruised to hear that.
I think don't preserve his ego. His ego should not be the number one priority. You coming should be the number one priority. But I think there is a way you could do it where you soften the blow. I don't know how.
Maybe a card.
No,
I think
Like
the
an iTunes gift card.
his ego's gonna be bruised no matter what, because he
Right.
thinks you're coming.
But he, at his core, even though it will be
Yeah.
painful to hear, he
would
does
wanna know.
want you to come. He wants to be good at pleasing you. He wants that just
So
as
it'll be
badly
weird
as you
at
do.
first, but ultimately good. For
Well, yeah,
business.
you guys have been dating for 6 months. It's a relationship growing pain.
Yeah.
He does need to know how to get you off, and he should know sooner rather than later, because if this
The
comes
more
up in
his
a year
ego
from
will be
now,
bruised.
he's going to be very thrown.
Okay, so do you think it
So-
should be like a personal one-on-one conversation, or more of like a two truths and a lie situation in front of all their friends?
Tell you what, it's not that hard.
One?
The way you do it is by opening it up for. He's asking you, are you comfortable all the time? You ask him. You say, is everything happening sexually that you like? Is there anything I could be
Oh,
doing?
definitely. I mean, we're having sex all the time, and we're both having that major O, which I love about us.
But that's actually
Why? Is there anything wrong with me?
it's a perfect segue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I come 25% of the time. So there you go. So you play right into my hand.
What, are you fucking keeping track?
No, you don't have to say 25. It's like I don't come every single time.
How
And
often
I
do
think
you
I've
not?
got it. I think you say it feels really good when you like you're fucking me, and I think I'm coming, but also I want to see what it would feel like if you go down on me and like
there
use
you
your
go.
fingers and like,
Yeah.
and then you'll probably actually come, especially if like you can communicate what you like and
Yeah.
if he can do it.
So you
and
don't
then he'll
mention the
see that.
orgasm thing. You just give him general tips that hopefully trends you towards the orgasm goal.
No, I think you can maybe soften the blow by saying, I think I'm coming, but I'm not sure.
Right.
And then he can be like, well, at least she thinks she is, but there could be something more. I want to get
Yeah.
that something more.
And
I
you
want to see that.
you don't have to say it's 25% of the time. You
Yeah.
could just be like, doing this doesn't make me come, and like when you do, basically recall another good time. So when
Yeah.
you do this, that really got me off. That
Yeah.
really made
Frame
me
it in the
excited. So
positive.
do that again.
Yeah.
And then also, I think you could just act a little bit and really differentiate when you're coming and when you're not.
Yeah.
So to make it extra clear for him.
So
him
I
the
really love
Pavlovian.
this specific
Right.
one. And
Yeah.
it happened to be one out of every 4, but I honestly don't even
You
remember
don't
if I
have
came
to,
the
you
other
don't have to
3
divulge that level of
times.
information.
It is 3/4 though. You
Yeah.
should know the ratio.
But I would, at the very least, you don't have to approach it as here's something we need to talk about. I'm unsatisfied, because that will make people unhappy, which sounds like you don't want to do. But you can frame it just as a general check-in. How can
Yeah.
the sex be better for you? As a good partner, he will ask,
Yeah.
and how could it be better for you? And
Interesting.
there you go.
And if it makes you feel any better, I'm sure, Jake, you recently told me that your success rate is 5%. So the fact that he's getting her 25% of the time, like,
Yeah.
it's considered
Hey,
not good enough. but it's
Hilarious,
actually-
man. Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
I don't think he was like joking though. You said that
Yeah.
he actually like.
Well, I can't fucking get someone off every time. It's pretty hard.
You said 1 in 20. So I'm saying that like 1 in 4 is actually pretty
Yuck
good.
it up,
It's
He's not even having fun with it. He's just saying it matter of factly.
yeah, it's like it seems like a bruised ego situation. The lights turn off and on.
Make you feel good? Does that make you feel good?
Yeah, it was funny. It was like a nice little goof.
I'll show you.
Oh, I'm coming.
My God.
This is ridiculous.
So were you rubbing his hand to get him up?
Actually, this is
It's
my
called
dick.
finding the G spot.
Oh,
No way.
yeah. My clam is cramping. You think she's making these up? Or are these
What?
an urban dick? The clam cramp, the genital sneeze.
I have no idea.
Yeah, a lot of these are pretty.
I thought
fucking-
of so there's dick pic, and then I thought of the opposite for that is gash snap.
And with that, I think we're gonna end the podcast. Not this episode, but the entire show.
I feel like every time I'm in this room with you, a show ends.
Every time we talk, a career dies. And it was because of the gash snap. It doesn't even
sucks.
rhyme. That's
It's a
the
near
worst
rhyme.
part.
It's a slant. And well, there's 2 slants.
Oh my God,
What,
man.
Casey?
Only Gen Zs will get that shit.
Yeah.
I'm serious, man.
18 ways you know you were born in the late 90s.
Should we hit him with a tiny dab?
with a tiny. Hit him with your tiny dab, dab, dab. All right. Thank you. Good luck. Open and honest relationship. Hey,
Yeah.
you're headed towards a higher ratio, 50-50. Who's to say? Maybe 3/4 of the time.
Amazing.
Okay. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching, Geoffrey.
Thanks for having me.
Anything to promote?
At Jeff Boyardi on Twitter. I'm almost at 10,000.
You've been saying that for half a year.
And I've been begging you with my eyes to get a retweet.
1,900. You're not even that close.
It's more than a 500.
1,800 away. How close are you? Let's see. Jeff Boyardi.
I think it's like 500-ish.
Wow. Ooh, yeah, 9475.
So,
Shit.
How many followers do you have on Instagram?
15,000 almost.
Not bad.
You'd rather that than the other way around, right?
No, I'd rather Twitter.
Interesting. Why is that?
Because, well, I don't know. I want career advancement.
Back in high school, they called me Whore James. Was your last last tweet?
And can I get a retweet? Can I?
Well, it did have one.
Can you
for
do me
one
that
reason.
one service?
Mayor McCheese PhD retweeted it. Username fettuccine is bae. So, I mean, that person's sort of spreading
Yeah,
the
this
gospel.
sucks.
Uh,
And the truth is, I was at 9,800 a month ago.
is that true?
No.
You're dwindling. You were at 10K. All right, sweet. And we'll be back, of course, next week. As always, every time. You can send us your theme songs and your questions to ifiwereyoushow@gmail.com. Who wrote that opening one? Did I ever mention? I hope so. The guy from Toronto, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, he said he had nothing to plug.
Yeah. Hate to say you're getting old. Parody of The Hives. Lauren Mintz from Toronto. Shout out to Lauren Mintz. Shout out to Jeff. Shout out to you guys for watching. We'll be back next week. Bye.
Giving advice to those struggling in life because you're older. Watching all of your old videos because you're over. Hair growing gray and being out of shape because you're older. Trying to regain success that you had in the past because you're over. And to say you're getting old, it's true. You're old. Jake and Amir, you're getting old. Hearing all the time that your videos were better because you're over. Fighting in the morning every time that you wake up because you're older. It's true!
That was a Headgum original.